So a while back, I made this video of me making one of my favorite recipes that I eat when it's really cold out. Because as a cold soaker, the last thing you want to do is eat a frozen slush of food at the end of the day or to start off the day. And so one of the things that I started doing was making these backpacking cookies. And I figured I'd make a video of me eating one when it's cold outside. And every time I've come out, it's been warm. It's been 60 degrees, 40 degrees. Today it's January, it's somewhere like January 25th or something like that. It is probably like 34 degrees right now. Everywhere around me was covered with snow last night, and then we had these huge rainstorms and warm weather, and everything's gone again. So I'm not even gonna fake trying to eat these in the cold weather. This is the cookie. What will come after this is me making the recipe. I highly recommend them. Don't put it off just because it's a cookie. It doesn't take a lot of work. They're a lot of fun to eat in camp. And I think I do mention in the video, I do a little bit of coconut milk and protein powder to make a little bit of a milk for them. And so you can even dunk them in milk just like at home. All right, enjoy the video. Make them, you'll love them. So a lot of people have asked the same question in the comments, and that is, Paul, how do you cold soak on winter backpacking trips? Now, in reality, not a single person has asked that question, but if you're considering cold soaking, I think it's something something you should think about. The way that I normally handle it is that if I'm going to be somewhere where I can start a fire, whatever my dinner is, which is usually the only thing I'm really going to be worried about eating ridiculously cold, is I'll put my cold soak container or my water bottle next to the fire a little bit. I'll warm it up to kind of room temperature, and I'll use that to soak my food and put my container right back by the fire. But if I'm not going to be where I'm building a fire, like tomorrow night, I actually will bring cookies. Now, here's the cookie that I'm bringing. I don't know what the name of it is, but my daughters one year baked me these cookies for a Christmas present, and they were awesome. And so I asked them for the ingredients. I put it in online to see what the nutrition was. The nutrition was rock solid. I added a couple of things, bake them a little bit longer to dry them out and make them even lighter, and it makes the perfect backpacking meal at the end of the day. What I might sometimes do is bring a little bit of chocolate flavored protein powder with some powdered coconut milk, and I'll put that in my cold soak jar and kind of do like a milk and cookie sort of thing. But this is the sort of thing that I would eat when it is, like tomorrow night, it's supposed to be 14 degrees. So I don't really want to have some ice cold mashed potatoes, but I have no issue eating these cookies with a little bit of milk. So here's how you make them. And I can't believe I have all the ingredients in front of me except for bananas. So I have to go get the bananas. All right, I've got the bananas. So the first thing you do is you get 2 nice ripe bananas and you put them into your bowl. And however you want to mash them, whatever your preferred method is, go for it. I just take a fork and kind of go around the side of the bowl. And that is what you are left with right there. The next thing is 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. I just grind my own almonds. I'm not sure exactly if almond flour is simply just ground almonds, but I just ground my own almonds. So 3/4 of a cup of almond flour. The next thing that you put in is 1 cup of oats. The next thing that I put in is a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And again, you can feel free to measure if you'd like to. The next thing that I put in is 3/4 of a cup of raisins. And a little more. Then I put in 2½ tablespoons of goji berries. I put in 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast. And 1/4 cup of white mulberries. And for any of these items, you can obviously substitute a lot of things. What I was going for is a complete nutritional snack. You could literally eat this for the entire day and pretty much get all the nutrients that you need. All right, mix it up. And that's what you're looking at. Now what I do is I use a full-size ice cream scooper and 1 scoop per cookie. And then I'll push them down a little bit just to make them flat. And so there you go. It makes 9 cookies. And the biggest problem with these cookies is keeping them intact until my trip. Inevitably, my first daughter will come home, she'll ask for one. Another daughter will come home, ask for one. My wife will come home, ask for one. I'll want to bring one home from work. I'll want to have one for a snack. So I actually already made a batch of these for my trip tomorrow night about 3 days ago, and they're all gone. So hopefully these will stick around. I'm going to put a link to the nutrition facts in the description if you want to see that. But again, it's a great full meal for stoveless people who want to keep going hardcore through the winter, or if you just want a nice trail snack, it works just as well for that. Thanks.